This time,
One that's full of the moon, that's when they're most prevalent.
Just legs and bloody tails and things going all directions.
it's total carnage
Must be pretty scary. Have one of those things coming at you.
as the underwater predators attack,
There's our size one, someone's already eaten it.
costing skipper Pete thousands.
Up to 40% less fish by the octopus in our pots just caned us.
Yep.
Team Κάι Κούρα switches to high danger hunting in the shallows.
Dinghy fishing would be the most dangerous of crayfishing.
Reasonably clear, really. Yep.
But will it boost their bank balance? And Squizzy's 11th hour gamble.
Now, I've spotted another boat.
Stick and stay or motor home while the price is red hot.
My experience tells me when all the boats start coming out, the price is going to do that.
Matsika Island, southern Tasmania. It's early morning. Visibility is poor. Team Κάι Κούρα is targeting 500 lobsters for the trip, $66,000 worth. They've got 6 days to pull it off.
Fingers crossed.
And they're off to a slow start.
Great conger eel.
Hey? Nothing's big enough.
Conger eels, dead fish and a few undersized lobsters. It's a mixed bag so far.
Oh, flipped off.
The swell's up, conditions are treacherous.
The weather controls everything. The swell, people don't realise, you know, they say, oh, 3 metres, and you look at 3 metres, you think, oh, that's not very high, but tell you what, when you're in a boat and you're looking at 1 and 2 storey buildings coming at you, it's a different scenario.
This is what the Matsika Islands group looks like by day. Wind speed is the danger. 70-kilometre gusts are the norm, the equivalent force of a Category 2 cyclone. But the area is brimming with lobsters, and that's why the Jaeger family is out here.
Come get in out of it. You're right, I'll carry it.
Warren's other son, Glenn, is targeting the exact same number.
600 kilos not a big target. I think it's more of a realistic target.
This takes the Jaeger family season target to 1,000 lobsters.
When we're out fishing, if we're in range, we're always talking on the radio or over the rail and asking each other what we're catching, and definitely helps having them out there fishing.
That was a better pot. Must have been a touch deeper, I'd say. Old man's going to have to lift his game or we'll be bloody taking pots off him, setting them in the dinghy.
They haven't done real well off deck, so
19 out of 12. Ah, well.
I dare say that Cracker will pull one out here and go, oh man, you got the sack, and I'm going to take him in the dinghy, I reckon. The roll's meant to stay off a bit today, so we might just roll fuel in here a little bit shallower. Can be a good little area, this, so we'll probably put about 16 here, I reckon. Yep.
Glenn is setting his pots close to the rocks.
It's not easy to see this morning. It's just coming on daylight now, but just a bit sloppy out here. It's overcast.
We're working under the lights and it was a bit crappy and a bit of white water and flying about.
Due to poor visibility, Glenn's relying on his 3D plotter to drop his pots in the ideal spots.
Yep.
Pot! Hey? Pot right in front of it.
I can't put her in gear.
Jake spotted another skipper's boys off their bow.
If you kept wrapping it up around your prop, you could bring the pot right up into your prop and that could just rip your gearbox clean off the back of your motor, so... And then you got a pot stuck around your prop, you're going nowhere, you're dead in the water. You got nothing, you're drifting, you got no power.
Tasmania. Mulcahy Bay. And it's a full moon, but that's a double-edged sword for the lobster men and the lobsters.
Oh, we've got lobsters.
Hey, 1, 2, 3.
Whack them.
I can see 3 in that, old boy. You got 3 lovely ones, yes? Give us a cuddle, Matthew.
The target will be probably 1,000 kilos or more, hopefully.
Pete the Mad Genius and Decky Matthew are targeting 1,000 lobsters, a mix of big reds and brindles. But so far, they've only caught 6.
That is one of my worst shots for about 14 years, I reckon.
It's day 2 for the Triton.
Ah, got a bad one.
And it's not just Pete's pride that's copping a hiding.
No, only one on. I might have mucked up putting it in. It's up a little bit shallow than other ones.
With running costs of $7,000 a day, Team Triton is deep in the red.
3. LP can't count, luckily. 4. That's it, we got 4 out of it.
4 did we?
Yep. We got more weight already than yesterday.
We caught up yesterday already. We only got 6 yesterday.
Yeah, these must weigh a lot more.
We're probably the same weight as the 6 yesterday with 4 fish.
Yeah, we're a bit more up-tempo now, and Matthew's starting to crack a smile now.
This lot of here obviously finished early, they finished mating, and now they're all hungry because they haven't been eating for a while because they've been doing the other thing.
What's that, Matthew?
Breeding. There's another one.
Number what?
Other size bull.
You generally call the undersized fish rats because they're pretty small. You don't want rats, do you? Throw them back.
Throw 70 or 80 rats over the side and keep one.
They're just rats, they've always been rats.
You might have another trifecta in that one, I reckon. Oh, you got a nice kilo one plus.
There's a nice grey.
Yeah, he's nice one. Yeah, notice him in there.
4, 5. Here's number 6. That's it. 6 best pot so far, I think. We're not poor after all.
We're not broke. We won't have to sell the house.
The Mad Genius is a family man. He has a wife and children to support. This is a happy snap of his young family. He needs to make the season pay.
Those are the old bulls.
Yeah, that's right.
And just when things appear to be turning around,
3.
the underwater predators attack.
Got one of the culprits been killing our fish. The Lockie thought this one. This bloke here, he's a little bit slow, but he's all right. This fella here, I've taken all his legs off, so we can't sell him, but more than likely he'll probably die.
That's a $110 lobster down the drain.
Don't think there's any crayfishermen like octopus, to be honest with you. A massive pest to us.
The octopus will go in and smother the lobster with their tentacles, and they put a chemical into them, which loosens the meat away from the shell, and then they just suck the meat clean out of them.
If you're generally getting a lot of octopus in your pots, you're onto the fish too. When the fish are going, the octopus are generally going too, so Pete's obviously getting more fish than we are.
Rotten thing, look at that. Must be pretty scary. Have one of those things coming at you. They kill so many crayfish, they'll get in the pot and kill everything and not eat anything sometimes. They'll just go in there and kill them for fun. Because the moon's up so much, they can see what they're doing at the night time.
On this full of the moon, that's when they're most prevalent, on the full of the moon. We pulled 12 pots this morning. I reckon 8 of them had octopus in them.
Mongrels.
Team Anson's Bay has avoided disaster.
Pot! Pot! Pot!
Just.
We must have been close to run that cut over.
Right, I just saw it out the corner of my eye.
I'm glad he spotted it. Yeah, I just wasn't expecting anything to be there, and that just came out of the blue.
Hey, we'll have to pull that one.
But there's a new crisis. Glenn set his first 2 pots right on top of another lobsterman's pots. And that is not good ocean etiquette.
We'll just pull these 2 and move away a bit, get away from him. Yeah, it would have been too close to his gear. You can't shoot that close, so... There's no written law how close you can go to people's pots. Like a good pot width apart. You get too many pots in there, and all it does is stuff everyone up. You don't catch nothing. There's too many pots in the one spot, and yeah, it don't work. It's just a pain in the ass. Just the time of the morning, and a little bit of slop and that, and trying to concentrate and work out where everything is. It's bloody hard when it's like that. I'll just have to take them out of the plotter so we don't think there's a pot there after. On me marks.